It's time for Maths with Mr. Thomas.
Ho, ho, ho. Here we are with differentiation lesson number 4. Now Max on the sax was saying these other examples are far too easy. Let's try some harder, more complex, difficult questions. And I said, okay Max, let's do it. So here we are with further differentiation. It's really just some harder examples with differentiation. So example 1, express the derivative of the following with positive indices. So this is what we have to differentiate. And you know, when you differentiate, we cannot have x in the bottom of a fraction and we cannot have square root signs. So we need to change both of them. So first thing you want to do is you want to leave f of x as f of x. We're not differentiating yet. No. And we want to rewrite that. So the square root of x becomes x to the power of a half. So you've got 3x to the power of a half. The 1 over 4x, you want to move the x from the bottom to the top. So that just now is x to the power of 1. Moving it to the top will give you a quarter x to the power of negative 1. Now we look at it, x is not in the bottom of a fraction, there are no square root signs, so we can now differentiate. So now we've got f dash x. Remember, when you differentiate, multiply by the power, so 3 times a half will become 3 halves. That's x to the power of, take 1 off the power, 1 take away 2 is negative 1, so it's negative 1 over 2. After that, do a quarter times the power, so a quarter times negative 1 is negative 1 quarter, and it's x to the power of, take 1 off, will be x to the power of negative 2. From there, this looks very complicated. It doesn't look the best. Let's try and see if we can write it a different way. So remember, we're asked to write it with positive indices. So what we could always do is we could always think, right, well, the 3's in the top, 2's in the bottom. So let's leave that. But the x to the negative a half, let's move that down and make the index a positive. So 3 stays in the top, 2 stays in the bottom, and if you put the x to the negative a half on the bottom, it'll be x to the positive 1 half. The same with the quarter x to the negative 2. Change the x to the negative 2 to a positive index, so it becomes 1 over 4 x to the power of positive 2. From there, well, you know, if you've got x to the power of a half, that's the easiest bit of all. We can just write that as the square root of x. So 3's in the top, 2's in the bottom, and then it's the square root of x. Take away 1 over 4x squared. So that is example 1. Example number 2, express the derivative of the following with positive indices. So first thing you look for is, do you have x in the bottom of a fraction? Well, yes, we do. And we've also got x in the top of a fraction. So let's see if we can simplify this first of all before we differentiate. Now there are 2 ways that we can do this. Pick one and go with that. But there's 2 different ways you can do it. Either you could think, right, well, I'm leaving it as f of x for the moment, but I'm dividing the x to the 4 by x, I'm dividing the 2x squared by x, and I'm dividing the 3 by x. So you could always split that up into 3 fractions. So you know, when you would add these, all you would do is just add the numerators. The denominator would stay as x. So all you're doing is just undoing that and splitting it up. So it's this over x, and this over x. If you do that, well, you could simplify each term. If you do x to the 4 divided by x to the power of 1, that's just x cubed. 2x squared divided by x will leave you with just 2x. And 3 over x, well, remember you don't want x in the bottom, so move it up to the top, and it's 3x to the power of negative 1. So that's one way of doing it. The other way, what you could also have said is, right, well, I want to move this x from the bottom of the fraction up to the top. So put brackets around the top, just as it is, and then multiply all of that by x to the power of negative 1. If you do that, just multiply out the brackets. So x to the power of 4 times x to the negative 1. When it's the same base, add the indices, so you get x cubed. If you do 2x squared times x to the negative 1, again, it's the same base, so add the indices. 2 add negative 1 will give you just 2x. And then 3 times x to the negative 1, it's just 3x to the negative 1. So 2 ways to do that. Pick whichever way you like. From there, we've still got f of x. We still need to differentiate. So now you could just differentiate nice and easily. So x cubed would become 3x squared. 2x would just become 2, and 3x to the negative 1, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, and reduce the power by 1. Again, make sure you look at the question. It's asking you for positive indices. So, you need positive indices. This index here is a negative, so you need to rewrite that one. So 3x squared stays as it is, 2 stays as it is, and then the negative 3 will just stay there, but x to the negative 2 will move to the bottom of the fraction and give you x squared. And that would be your final answer. One more example, number 3. Express the derivative of the following, again with positive indices. So we've got f of x equals the square root of x minus 1 over root x, all squared. Now whenever you get something like that, whenever you have brackets and something is squared, you are best multiplying it out first of all. So multiplying out the brackets here, you still have f of x. We are not differentiating yet. All we're doing is the root x minus 1 over root x times by itself. So from there, multiply out the brackets. Think foil, think rainbows, think multiplying out brackets. And if you do the square root of x times the square root of x, well, that's x to the power of a half times x to the power of a half. Add the indices. A half add a half is 1, so it's x to the power of 1. After that, square root of x times negative 1 over root x. You'd end up with root x over root x, and if you're dividing something by itself, it just gives you 1. Here, negative 1 over root x times root x, you'd end up with root x over root x. Again, same thing, divided by itself, so it's take away 1. Two negatives would then make that a positive, and 1 over root x times 1 over root x. You've got two fractions, you're multiplying them together. 1 times 1 is 1, and the square root of x times the square root of x, x to the half times x to the half. Add the indices, x to the power of 1, so it's 1 over x. So that is us multiplying with the brackets. Can you differentiate that? No, you can't, because we have x on the bottom line here, so you need to rewrite that again. So we've still got f of x. Keep x as it is. The negative 1 take away 1 is obviously negative 2. And with 1 over x, you could move x to the top line, giving you x to the power of negative 1. From there, we can then differentiate that, so we now have f dash x. If you differentiate 1x, you would just end up with 1. If you differentiate 2, well, that's just a constant, so that will disappear. And differentiating x to the negative 1, to 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, and the power would decrease to negative 2. Make sure you don't stop there, though. You are asked for a positive index, so move x to the negative 2 to the bottom of a fraction, giving you 1 over x squared. So the final answer, 1 minus 1 over x squared. That is some of the examples with further differentiation. It's basically more difficult examples. Have a go at them, see how they go. Any problems, let me know. Good luck. Enjoy. There you go, Max.